For greetings, brothers and sisters. We are anonymous. I appeal today to those who are awake and those who are awakening. We must be courageous and brave. We must learn again to value our freedom above all else. We must all realize that slavery is not acceptable. We must educate ourselves so that together we may see the truth. We must not simply believe what others tell us. We must investigate, interpret, evaluate, and analyze using our own intellect. Only then will we be able to separate reality from fiction. Only then will we notice the distractions the mainstream media puts before us to direct our attention away from critical issues and events. Only then will we understand they are not informing or entertaining us but rather controlling us by manipulating our feelings. It is our intellect that gives us freedom. It is our intellect we must cultivate. Our intellect must prevail over our emotions. We are all ignorant of many things. No one can know everything, and while learning can be difficult at times, it pays handsomely. Only when you can think for yourself are you truly free. This is why our forefathers put the First Amendment first. They believed in the free exchange of ideas, thoughtfulness and rationality over emotional impulsiveness. We realize the world we knew is crumbling before our eyes. We know there is something very wrong with our economy and our government. That much is obvious. We may not really understand the why and the how. We just know things are not right. We see too many of our brothers and sisters struggling through hardship. There are demonstrations everywhere and too many incidents of law enforcement brutalizing their fellow citizens. The things we see are clear, but we fail to understand the why that lies beneath. True knowledge and understanding requires education and independent thinking. It is an intellectual process that is needed if we are to see ourselves through the coming turmoil. It requires we question everything, accepting no dogmas, chants, nor slogans or cliches. Believing in only that which we can logically and unemotionally convince ourselves of. Our words and thoughts must be our own. We are not parrots. We are human. The Occupy Wall Street effort was not the success many had hoped for. While it was a noble effort, most of its participants were unthinking and unknowledgeable and therefore failed to gain credibility with the general public. And so the very people we were attempting to enlighten and whose support we were seeking, abandoned us. The message was never delivered and the mainstream media had a major field day. Future efforts require better communication if the message is to get through, and we must show that we are knowledgeable of and understand the issues and the relevance of current events. It is not about chanting slogans or simply parroting cliches. It's about explaining the meaning of the message. For the meaning to be communicated well and for the message to be accepted, it must be presented with sound reasoning. We will not be taken seriously otherwise. In an effort to facilitate progress through learning, I have provided links to very informative videos that will enable us all to begin understanding how the power elite operates and their motivations for controlling our government and ultimately us. I could attempt to explain, but it is better if you figure it out for yourself. These videos will get you started. The rest is up to you. The writing is on the wall, but you must be able to think and analyze clearly to read and understand what it says. I have also included information for alternate news sources, as the mainstream media is owned and controlled by those who would oppress us and so cannot be trusted. I encourage you to give serious consideration to these videos. As you begin to understand, you will realize you are now on the path to real freedom. To think independently of others. To think for yourself. Many good people are in denial. You must awaken your friends. Share what you learn with them. Encourage them to awaken and learn with you. Friendship always makes the journey better. Do not be discouraged if some do not wake up. There are, unfortunately, some who will never wake up. They are in a very deep coma. Therefore, spend your time and efforts wisely. Only where you can actually make a difference. Be prepared. Be brave. Resist tyranny. We are anonymous. We are legion. We never forgive. We never forget. Expect us.